What's up everybody, I'm HoopsandHipHop and welcome back to some more odd Pokemon facts. This has been a long-running series on my channel where I take a look at a particular group of characters or things from the Pokemon world and share with you guys some odd facts about them. A little while ago during the Halloween season, I did an odd facts video on ghost-type Pokemon, and it was a lot of fun to do, and it seemed like you guys liked it as well, so I decided to go ahead today and try another type for a new odd facts video, and maybe if you guys like this and it does well enough, we can do odd facts videos for every Pokemon type, which I think would be a lot of fun. Anyways though, today's type that we are going to be covering is the Dragon type. The Dragon type is one of the most powerful, iconic, and well-known Pokemon types of all time, and has been ever since its introduction in Generation 1, at least until fairies came into the picture, but it's still a very, very powerful type. But at the same time, there are a lot of odd and quirky things about it as well that are definitely worth taking note of, and that is exactly what we're going to be talking about today, so without any further ado, let's just go ahead and get right into it. Here are 10 odd facts about Pokemon's Dragon type. One very interesting thing about the Dragon type is that it has never been possible at any time, even with the introduction of new types like Steel, Dark, and Fairy, for any Pokemon with any type combination to have either a double weakness or a double resistance to the Dragon type. Speaking of how powerful the Dragon type was back in the day, in Generation 1, no type resisted or was immune to the Dragon type, making it the only type in all of Pokemon to have ever had this specific distinction. However, even though this really cool fact would have made the Dragon type even more powerful than it already was, it really did not make a bit of difference at the end of the day, because the only Dragon type move that did any damage in Generation 1 was Dragon Rage, which always inflicts 40 HP worth of damage no matter what, so it really didn't get to take advantage of this really cool advantage that it had. An ironic thing about the Dragon type when it comes to Generation 4 is that the Sinnoh region that was introduced in Generation 4 is currently the only region, at least prior to the newly introduced Galar region, that does not have a Dragon type specialist. However, prior to Generation 8, Generation 4 is also the generation that has brought us the most Dragon type moves of any generation, introducing 5 new moves of the Dragon type. Speaking of Generation 4, did you know that one of the Dragon type moves that was introduced in Generation 4 was actually named by fans? Well, that is exactly the case, because before the release of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl in Japan, Japanese publication Koro Comics ran a contest where fans could potentially name a newly introduced Dragon type move that was coming in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. And the name that ultimately won that contest, that was subsequently given to an official Pokemon move, was actually the classic Dragon type move, Draco Meteor. Speaking of specific Dragon type moves though, Dual Chop is a Dragon type move that was introduced in Generation 5, and the interesting thing about this move in particular is that it actually first originated in the TCG before being brought over to the games in Pokemon Black and White. And keeping the move facts going, the Dragon type move Outrage, which is known as Gekiden in Japanese, can actually be translated to mean Imperial Wrath, or the wrath of one's superior, which actually has a deeper meaning in the Japanese language. The word also appears in the phrase Gekiden ni fureru, which means to infuriate one's superior or boss. The reason why the move is Dragon type though actually comes from the origin of the word Gekiden itself, because this word was originally used to refer to a dragon scale that was actually growing in the opposite direction on a dragon, and if this scale happened to be touched by someone, it would cause the dragon to become infuriated, or in our case in the English language, become outraged. A very cool fact that the Dragon type can claim for itself is that they seem to be some of the very first Pokemon that are always designed in any given generation, because we know of 2 different Pokemon that were the first Pokemon designed in their respective generations, and both happen to be Dragon type, as Fracture was the very first Generation 5 Pokemon that was designed, and Jangmo-o was the very first Generation 7 Pokemon that was designed, with both of these Pokemon being the Dragon type. A rather peculiar thing that occurred in Pokemon Yellow is that the catch rate of the Pokemon Dragonite was actually changed from 45 in Red and Blue to 9, even though this wouldn't matter anyway because Dragonite cannot be found in the wild. In all future games, however, its catch rate was changed back to 45, which just makes this odd change in Pokemon Yellow all the more weird. One Pokemon that is not Dragon type is Arceus. However, depending on the type of plate that Arceus is holding, it can actually change its type and therefore also become a Dragon type if it is holding the Draco plate. However, the interesting thing about the Draco plate compared to the plates of the other types is that it is the only plate that can actually change the moves that Arceus can learn, because in order to learn the previously mentioned move Draco Meteor, it is actually required that Arceus be holding the Draco plate in order to learn it. And last but not least, we're actually going to finish off the video with a fact about a move that isn't Dragon type at all, and that would be the move Dragon Ascent. Now, Dragon Ascent is interesting because it is the only move that has the word dragon in it that isn't actually a Dragon type itself. And on top of that, due to the way that Zinnia in the Delta episode of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire teaches this move to the Rayquaza that's caught at Sky Pillar, it actually ends up replacing the move Fly that it already knows, making Dragon Ascent the only move that is able to replace an HM move in a game in which that move is an HM. And there we have it, everybody. Those were 10 odd facts about Dragon-type Pokemon. Now, the Dragon type has always been one of the more interesting and unique and noteworthy types that we have in the Pokemon games, but it's not the only type that has something interesting, unique, or for that matter, odd to offer. So if you guys did enjoy this video and you would like to see more videos like this for all of the types, definitely give this video a like and let me know down in the comments below, because I think it would be really fun, but I need this video to do well at the same time if I am going to go ahead and make this a series, so definitely let me know and let your voice heard if it is something you would like to see. If you are new to the channel though, be sure to subscribe for more new Pokemon content every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and if you like what you see here and you'd like to further support the channel as well, consider following me on Spotify and giving some of my Pokemon remixes there a listen, because that's the easiest way outside of just watching videos to directly support the channel, and let me tell you, it does directly support the channel and it makes a big difference. So if you are considering doing that, or you are already doing that, it is greatly, greatly appreciated. With all of that being said though, I will be back on Saturday for another video, so be sure to hit that notification bell so you can be notified as soon as it goes live. And with all of that being said, I hope you know I love you guys, and until the next one, as always, I will smell you guys later.